Alright, planners for 2024 Q1. This is what worked. My reading planner, which is a Hobonichi weeks. Here are the pages I've read every day and then how many books I finished for that week. So this is actually up to date for once, so I really enjoy this. Like, I've kept up with it. And then you can see this is December, so it's a yearly recap. I can't talk, and I'll be able to reflect on it at the end of the year. Here's what I read for January. I read 7 books instead of 6 because I can't count, and I didn't finish House of Flame and Shadow, so that's on there, but it doesn't count towards my reading page, or my books read. It does count towards the pages read. So here's February, and then in March, I started getting into audiobooks, so I denoted those with the little circle stickers, and I can't remember exactly where I got them. I'll have to look and tag that below. And I think the little green stickers, I can't remember where I got those either. I think they're from Bon Studio or something like that. I'll look. And then, of course, TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. This is April. That's up to date. Okay, so this is what a week looks like. So I'll write my personal, my work stuff, expenses, which this isn't filled in, habits, energy, and then I'm writing to-buy list, grocery list. So I covered my expenses because y'all need to know how much money I spend. But you can see, books I started, books I read, games I bought, stuff like that, more expensive stuff. My book balancing TBR, or my TBR book balancing spread, it's a bit of a mess because I counted physical TBRs, but then I counted my digital reads with that, so that became a big problem. On this side, I'll have to update that with the digital and the physicals. My step counter, which I haven't kept up to date with. This is my first reading challenge of 2024. It's the Harry Potter and the Order of the Planners Flourish and Blots reading challenge. I believe this is the Newts year or Owls. I can't remember, honestly. It's one of the two where you have subjects and then you read X amount of books in that subject to pass. And they have these fun little actions. Like that one was predict your TBR and they didn't match. That's fine. This is my next challenge. This is the 2024 Adventures in Eldia, which is put on by Book Roast. And I'll link her stuff below because she does a much better job of explaining it. And this is it. 2024 spring equinox that she does. These are the prompts that I am taking to match my, master classes like D&D. It's really fun. And one of them was prediction bingo, so that's what that is. And this book was fantastic. And then here is the books I read for 2024 so far. I'm hoping to hit 100 this year. And then in the squares last year, I colored in based on what genre it was of romance or fantasy. I might go back and redo that this year. I don't know just yet to see what this year has to hold. And this is how many days I've read so far. So far I've only missed 5 days, but that sucks looking back now. And of course I have my color code of this is how many pages each color means. So that's the reading journal. It worked out really well for me and I really enjoyed it. Next up is my Hobonichi Techo. This is my general carry-all very functional planner. There's actual papers that I need in the side pockets. So, and then I don't know what to do with this. I really like it, but I can't commit to stick it to something. So for now, it just sits there. Another sticker page that I need to write my name on. So this is my highlights of that day for, the day for that month. And then at the very top, I put my favorite highlights for that month. At the bottom is the books I've read. So this started off as a plan ahead of I would write in events that I had, Christmas parties, Secret Santas, stuff like that. Didn't really like that, so I turned it into a big memories thing of this is a fun thing that I did that day of I had a fun target run with my daughter. We did puzzles on National Puzzle Day, and then of course on the side it's habits. And then this is February and March. April's up to date. No, I take that back. April's not up to date, but whatever. So let me show you what an old, I've updated this a little bit. So this is what an old weekly would look like, where I'd have my weekly forecast at the top, which is important for my job. And then I would have this event happens here, cooked dinner here. So I watched the Stars game here, this released here, watched this, or whatever. I think it was the Eras tour that released on that day and I wanted to watch it on Disney Plus. So there's that. And so I've updated this a little bit. It's still my weekly forecast at the top. You can see I made mistakes of my dentist and my billings appointments are switched. And then at the bottom I have journaling prompt for my April rocket handwriting because I needed a break from actual physical journaling, kind of, if that makes sense. But at midnight, like, I don't really even sleep, so I'll midnight down, I'll write things of, like, I need to remember that day of, like, Monday is trash day and recycling day. And then I'll do, in that sidebar is, I'm going way too fast. Sidebar is my meal plan, and then under that I'll have like a running to do of get your oil change or so forth.
Let's go on to
so let me show you what the dailies look like.
I don't really.
So I've had to change my dailies, kind of. I don't know if I like them. Is the issue.
So what daily looks like.
Nope. As you can see, like there's a lot of blank pages, and I have to go back and backfill them, and I'm not always able to do that. This is a good example of a fully finished one, though. Like, this is my journal at the top, a little snippet of what I thought about that day, which I had to stop right here and actually read it because I couldn't remember what I wrote.
I honestly don't even remember.
Oh, yeah, I wrote about my ick for audiobooks. I don't like when males' voices are like,
and then I do like a little
when males do female voices and it gets like really, really high and like weird sounding, or like when females do male voices. Anyway, I digress. So I write a snippet of my day, a little, like if I finished a book, I'll do, this is the book, how many audio pages it was, how many pages it was, or this is an audiobook, and then
on this day, but I felt
fun little snippets of that day of like, this day I had a Barnes & Noble haul and a Target haul, but we won't note that because, yeah, I don't know anything about how much it is on that.
The issue with this, as you can tell,
so this is what it looks like so far.
I don't always keep up with and then
I'm not entirely, I mean, it works at the moment. I'm trying to find an example of like, I can't remember what happened this day. Like these days, I cannot tell you what actually happened on these days. So it's just blank, and to me, that's such an eyesore.
I don't have one.
Like, where is it? Of course, now I can't like find a really good example of one. So I might just have to do like a quiet flip through for you guys, so you can listen to the crinkle of the pages. It's so satisfying. That's the one thing I love about this planner.
I have no idea what happened.
But like as you can see here, I put a sticker in to fill in that space because I wouldn't know what to write.
So that was.
And of course, this is all like I had to go back and like see. Okay, I don't know what to write here, or like this one. Or like I don't know what happened that day, but I do know that it was National Margarita Day and I had margaritas, so I doodled that in.
My grocery list from that day,
or like I stuck in my grocery list, like you see here.
I don't think there's anything special on this one. This is really just a journal.
So yeah, you can see like this, it works and it doesn't work. Like there's a lot of blank pages. Like these days they're relatively recent, so I can go back and fill them out. But it's not the end of the world. I do love it. It's a good journaling thing. This is the one thing that did not work for me planner-wise in 2024. So to note, or to preface, I got this in September of 23, so I gave it a good 6 months before I decided it is not for me. So at first, it started off pretty okay of the top section, priorities would be stuff I need to do at home, and the bottom would be stuff for work.
Running to-do list.
And the space underneath that would just be like notes or like a running to-do list instead of like just straight important stuff. And it worked out really well for a little bit. Like you see, it's all cute and neat, and it doesn't look like the end of the freaking world. And like I meal planned and all that good stuff. And like it was fun because I could use my stickers. It looked good. It would be, dare I say, Instagram worthy. Not that I ever post, which I need to post more. Anyways, I digress. So you see they're fairly blank, like it's not that big because it's the last quarter of the year. It's the holidays, people are racking up, no one's put any big drops on the books. So it kind of dies down a little bit, and it's pretty empty. Like it's just holiday events, things we have to go to.
Everything's fine.
January, I can't say anything for January because it's the start of the year, things are starting to ramp up, but it's not chaotic just yet.
The world has not ended, but I've started shifting.
As you can see, it's pretty empty too. Like, granted, that's not saying I didn't have stuff to do, but it wasn't that far in advance. So, starting in February, things start to get a little chaotic. And you can, okay, I can't spell tilapia. We're going to overlook that real quick. But you can see, like, I started not doubling up, but if I hadn't written 2 lines to 1 square, I would run out of space fast. And that just happened a lot.
Whatever would happen.
And I tried to give it a good run.
It started to look chaotic.
So as you can see, like it started getting really busy and chaotic, and there were sticky notes everywhere. I don't know what happened that week. I think I was sick that week, for being honest.
It's not gonna work. I mean,
we just got too busy and I didn't write anything down. but you can
So
see
this
like
is
it's
coming back
just
home to
so
be a
chaotic
home
and it
planner for me.
looks
October
overwhelming
was
and
here.
daunting. So this is
What I'd like to
April,
do is
and we
hit
have decided
go
to
to
stop
home,
using this
things I need to
for
remember.
work and to take it home and let use
My
it as a
husband can
home
add to
planner.
this. I won't get upset if he
And
writes on
like this
because
way
I'm
I
probably
can
gonna post this.
have it on my desk at home. My husband can see it or
So
what have
that's
you.
what
Like
this
he
one
can
is.
see this, that
This wasn't for me.
this,
What's
like
replacing
there's
my
important
work
events that
planner?
need to happen. So what is replacing that planner at work, you
This
say?
beauty.
The Passion Planner.
This is the
This
Passion
is
Planner. I
the
believe this
Daily
is
in
the
Cosmic
Daily in
Blue.
Cosmic Blue.
It's an
It
A5
is
because
3
I
big
don't
months,
like
93
big
days. This is the A5 size. I don't want something too
letter
big.
size planners at work. I don't know
Because of
why.
the bag I use for
Granted,
work.
it'd probably be really
It's not
nice to
super
use
bulky
paper
size.
size, but it's too
I say
bulky for me to
size.
carry
It's not
around.
conducive to, like,
I don't want anything
really.
bigger than my laptop.
And this would probably stay at work for the most part
So
anyways, but
this is a good size for me. I wrote my
yeah,
name
my
in so
name,
far,
my
my
add's on.
Instagram handle, and then I'll fill in the rest of this not on camera because it will be my work email, my work phone number,
there.
and I just don't need that shared of people knowing how to like contact me outside of work.
This is the general pages.
So that's just the general pages of like how to use your passion planner. I started it today, the 15th. And that's why that's written there. I'll fill these in later. I don't know what to do with these just yet. I need to come up with something fun, like maybe how many emails I sent, or I don't know, like a fun event that happened at work. I need to come up with something. Then I'll fill in my calendar of like how many, like the general calendar. How many times can I say like in this video? But I'll fill in the calendar with, you know, plan ahead of like on
Today was not
this day I'll have this coming. Anyways, so this is what the dailies will look like. It's a Monday. I need to write in that it's Monday. I circled it, but I think I want to write it in as well. So obviously, look at my emails that came in over the weekend, clean out what's important, or clean out what's not important, keep what's important, and that way I have a game plan moving forward.
I'm gonna eventually have to highlight this.
And then for the game changer goals, I will need to fill in the other section before I can update that. But personal will be things that I personally need to do, like update job folders or review my to-do list or look at my like emails. Work will be stuff of like this project, I need to schedule this, I need to order this for these specific jobs, or I need to remind someone to do that. Space to Grow will probably just be for my big reminders of don't forget to do this. Self-maintenance, I'm not entirely sure what I want to use that for yet. The best thing that happened, I'm going to still find the positive in the day, of course. And then today I learned, I'm always trying to grow in my field, so hopefully like I'll be able to write like, oh, I learned new control system, or I learned the nomenclature for this, or this quick little hack of this is how you do this. And of course, the today in one word and the mood thing will correlate. And the schedule. My favorite thing about this is it'll help me balance my work
I leave at 4.
and my personal life. So work typically for me is 7 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I drop my daughter off at 6:30, and then it takes me about 30 minutes to get to work.
After that, I did answer
So,
emails,
and then today was weird because I had dentist appointment at 2:30, so it cut my day short. But in the future, I'm hoping to use this of like,
for example, if it's
I have to pick up
meet-
breakfast
I
at
have to
7
breakfast
from
or
this
something,
place,
so
and
I'll
then
say,
at
pick up
8
breakfast
I'll have a
like,
breakfast
blah, blah,
meeting
blah.
with XYZ company
breakfast
here,
meeting
and then at
with
some point I'll head back
so-and-so.
to the office,
Head back
and
to
that'll
the
give me like a
office,
good snapshot
and
of
then
what that day
start
looked
the rest
like,
of my
and
day. Or,
then
like, if I
obviously
have a
this
work
goes pretty
social
late into the
afterwards,
afternoon
it'll be,
and the evening too, so that way
here.
I can track like,
head to, I don't
oh,
know,
I have a
Sidecar
social or
in
a
Dallas
vendor
for
networking
happy hour
session
with
at,
XYZ
I don't know,
vendor.
Sidecar Social in Dallas with
And
XYZ
then I'll
vendors.
just say how long
And that
it's
way
gonna
I
be
can
or
just
whatever. So
get a
it
good
gives
idea
me
of what
a
my
good
work-life
idea of,
balance
like,
actually looks like.
what I'm doing
Because my
and
husband will say it, I work,
on an hour-to-hour basis.
I'm a
And then over
workaholic.
here,
I
have
am
a
always on my
bullet
work phone,
journal.
always answering
This
emails.
will just help me of like
So,
things I need to do for
anyways,
that day,
and then
or
for the
things
Space of
that
Infinite
someone said,
Possibilities, it'll just
I
be
can
for
go
like
back
notes I
to it
take
and
that
be
day
like, no,
of,
on this day
I had this
we, like,
meeting,
talked
this is what was
XYZ,
said, blah, blah, blah. And that way
we
when I
said we
look
weren't
back,
gonna
I
do that,
can
or we said we were
recount
gonna
of,
do
no,
that,
this
and
is the
just
day it
helps
happened on specifically,
with
just
issues that we
so
were having
we
at
can
work.
circumvent things at work of people saying, no, this didn't happen, or yes,
People
this
not
did
remembering
happen.
things.
Or like, this is what we talked
Yeah,
about,
so
this
this
is our
is-
plan
this
moving
is gonna
forward, did
help
that
a lot.
change, or something
And so
like
I'm
that.
hoping that this
Anyways, But I
in
got this
Q2.
planner specifically for the space of infinite
I
possibilities.
think that's all I have planner-wise.
So
will be
that
able
is
to
what I'm
begin
planning to use for
release a book
Q2. I'll keep you guys
what I
updated,
read, what I liked, what I didn't
and I'll
like, what I
post
reviewed, what I
that
didn't listen,
review
what I
obviously at the
listened
end
to,
of Q2.
and what I might
But
listen
keep your eyes
to,
out for a video
for
on books that I
Q1
really enjoyed for
as well. Let me know if
Q3.
y'all wanna
So
see
I'll see you
that.
guys later. Bye!